Gemly and the Dragon Hunt event is now over and the Dragon Lord has been defeated. Today on That Techo Guy, I'm going to be showing you my official results of what mercenaries I have earned through the event and if it was worth it for me to participate in that event. Stay tuned. Okay, so if you don't know what Gemly is, I've got a few videos out on Gemly, so be sure to check it out. And I also recommend that you join Gemly's new Discord channel that is now open as well. I will leave a link down to that in the description below this video, so be sure to sign up. And you can also find some of my videos there as well, because I am posting a few videos there as well when I release them. Gemly is basically a free play to earn game, which technically you don't need to play much of at the moment. It's just defeating monsters on its own, and you can actually buy mercenaries to defeat those monsters, and some are more powerful than others, and in return you're earning gems which translate to actual fiat and cryptocurrencies. So that is Gemly in a nutshell. But the purpose of today's video is to tell you about the Dragon Hunt event and my results and what I have received as rewards in mercenaries. Okay, so I'm going to jump in here straight to the event area, which Gemly have still left available for a few days so that you can be able to view even what other people have received and what other people have won as well. So the Dragon Lord has been defeated. Let's just turn on the animation. There you go. Boom, dragon is down. Okay, so basically I finished up with 31,327,241 lucky coins out of all of the lucky coins that were generated. Okay, so in total there were only 1.5 million or so lucky coins that actually contained mercenary prizes. Now, from the total number, which were in the billions, and I believe they actually tell you how many there were here. So there were 7.5 billion total lucky coins, out of which I had 31 million. Doesn't sound like too much, but I was dedicating 75% of my power for the majority of the event. I would say for around 16 or 17 days, I was with 75% of my total power, which was around 2.2 billion damage per second. And for the last 4 days before the event ended, 3 or 4 days, I actually bumped that up to 100% power. Okay, so if I just quickly go to the play area right now, I was at around 2.2 billion or so, something like that, 2.23 billion, and I was then dedicating for the last 3 or 4 days 100% of my power to that event. Now, the whole point is, was it actually worth it for me? So let's see what I actually obtained. I obtained 6,512 mercenaries. So those are the mercenaries I won. Now the whole point is, how good are those mercenaries, okay? So if I go to my winnings here, I'm going to show you that the best mercenary is at the top, the weakest is at the bottom. The majority of the amount of mercenaries that I earned was the Wandering Viking, and I received 6,186. 294 Royal Archers, 31 Dwarf Hirelings, and 1 Sand Ninja. Now, when I was actually checking to see what potentially I would actually make, down here there's the percentages, okay? And I was getting that I will receive 100% for sure Wandering Vikings, which I did. Same for Royal Archers, same for the Dwarf Hirelings, and the same for Sand Ninjas. I maybe expected that since this was 100% Sand Ninjas that I would receive at least more than 1, but what was calculated did actually happen, and if I was promised that I would definitely at least get 1, I did get 1. I was hoping to get an Outlaw Assassin, but I didn't. It was at 41.69% my chances of getting an Outlaw Assassin, but unfortunately I still did not receive that. Royal Guardian, 10%. Didn't receive that either, okay? And the rest, 4%, 2%, 1% pretty much, okay? Now, I did actually check the winners on this, okay? So I checked, for example, Fire Mage. winners. There are these 3 winners. If I go to, for example, this person's profile, I can see that this person did not have a lot of power during the event. I think they actually have an issue with the graphs of the participants. I did bring this up to support once. Sometimes it's not showing any DPS. I mean, this person has been in the game 52 days, so it can't be that like a week ago, this person had 0 DPS. At least there was something, some DPS. It's either that or they don't start marking the DPS on the graphs unless it's more than 1 million, okay? Anyway, on the 1st of July, this person had 44 million DPS, whereas I had 2.31 billion, meaning that should give me much more chance and I should have accrued many more lucky coins for that event, okay? Which I did, obviously. So this was really a matter of luck, okay? This person actually won the Fire Mage, which is worth 500 million gems, equivalent to $500 US, okay? And when the event ended and this person received that mercenary, the boost of power went up significantly from 44 million DPS to 995 DPS, okay? So my point here is that you don't need to dedicate a lot of power in order to receive a really good mercenary, okay? I know I have actually checked the charts of people. So if I go back to the event here, if I actually check, for example, the participants, if I go to Lucky Coins and go to list of participants, the person that was on top and that had a 4% share from all people, okay, from all the pool, this max 91 person had 303 million total lucky coins. That's 10 times more than what I had, okay, pretty much. So, but what did this max 91 actually achieve in mercenaries? It wasn't the best mercenary because we've just seen that, okay? So if we go to prizes and winners again, Battle Droid, there were 5 of them. Max isn't there. There's Tommy CA, which was in 2nd position, but Max isn't there. He was on top, okay? I'm saying he, it might be a she, but that person was on top, okay? Royal Knight, same thing. Let's see. Same thing. So it is based on luck. I'm sure that Max 91, I'm using you as an example because you were on the top of the list. Well done for doing that and well done for putting your best effort into it. But I'm sure you expected to be more lucky in this and hopefully get something a bit better with all of those lucky coins and the power and the effort that you put into the event. Yes, same for me. I mean, I was expecting that I would have received a bit more. Now, what I have done and what I'd like to show you is I've created an Excel sheet. Yes, me and my Excel spreadsheets. And I've actually tried to compare, had I not competed in this event, how much would I have earned and what I actually did earn now, okay? So I'm just going to compare that and show you if it was worth it or not for me. So, okay, there's a lot of detail in my Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to explain it to you very simply. I'll try and make it as short as possible. The green bar here at the top is what I was actually using for the majority of the event, okay? So the rest are all calculations. Had I changed the percentages, I put in all the formulas that were required. I know that in order to receive 1 lucky coin, you need to have at least 100 million damage per second dedicated to the event, okay? So basically what I was doing was that I was calculating how much lucky coins I'm producing in seconds, in minutes, per hour, per day, and in the 20 days, well, 21 days of the event, but it's actually 20 full days because I had started the day after, okay? And then the yellow one here at the top, at 2.3 billion damage per second, that is when I switched to 100% power for the last 3 days. Now, for the sake of calculations, I based it that I did it all with 75%. So potentially I could have made actually more as well, okay? Not lucky coins, but I could have made more if 100% was in the actual game itself, okay? So here I am saying that 75% was in the game for 21 days instead of the event. My additional income, had I just played the game normally and just let the monsters being defeated with my full power, would have been 176 million gems, okay? So this is my rationale and the expectations that I wanted to get out of the event, okay? So I had done this before the event actually ended. So 176 million gems is equivalent to 176 US dollars. With the above money, I could have invested in the following best mercenaries and power. So these are the best mercenaries I could have actually purchased with the 176 million gems that I would have received at the end of the event anyway. By the end of the event, I could have just purchased these, and these would have been the results. I could have purchased one Royal Knight, which I did not receive myself as a prize in the event. I could have purchased one Royal Guardian, again I did not receive that. I could have purchased 3 Outlaw Assassins, and I did not receive those. I could have purchased 3 Sand Ninjas, and I received 1 Sand Ninja. And I could have purchased 2 Dwarf Hirelings, which I received 31 Dwarf Hirelings of, okay? Now, the total point was that I would have purchased just 10 mercenaries, and I would have spent 176, which is the total amount I would have earned during the time of the event, okay? So I would have earned that, literally earned it, and then just use that instead of wasting time not earning it, putting the effort in the event. I wouldn't say wasting time, but using the power for the event with the unknown of what's going to happen. Now again, this is based on luck. I have checked a lot of other players' statistics, and it was really based on luck. It's not something that Gemly are actually selecting people themselves. Oh, you're going to get this prize or whatever. It really seems to be genuine. So it seems to be at random, and it's based a lot on luck. And as I showed you, one of the weakest players actually received a really great prize as well. What I wanted to say here is that I would have received a total of 288 million DPS in power from these mercenaries if I had spent the same equivalents, okay? So my rationale was that I need to win at least 300 million worth of DPS for it to have been worth participating, okay? So a little more than the break-even point right there, okay? Just to say, listen, this was worth it, okay? However, the results, okay? So, I received 6,186 Wandering Vikings, and here is a screenshot on this side as well of all of them, okay? Those 6,186 Wandering Vikings would cost 4.64 million gems, and they give me an equivalent of 5.33 million. Going down, it's the same for the rest, okay? 294 Royal Archers, 31 Dwarf Hirelings, and 1 Sand Ninja. The total that I received from the event was 22 million DPS. That is literally 90% less than what I could have made by not participating in the event. So, in a nutshell, it wasn't worth it for me. It was the equivalent of me earning around 18 US dollars. 18 US dollars when I could have made potentially almost 180 US dollars. 10 times less. Again, it was based on luck. Having said that as well, I did not forget the Wheel of Fortune. I did do 66 spins in the Wheel of Fortune, and I actually checked all the pages of my spins. I won a total of 153,615 gems, which are equivalent to 15 US dollar cents, 15 cents US dollars, okay? I won 4 Ancient Ents, 4 gems, those are irrelevant pretty much, 7 Impotent Barbarians, that is 175 gems, okay, giving me 193 DPS, and the same for the rest. Those added to this, because the Wheel of Fortune was obviously part of the event, another 166,000 DPS. I don't think that's neither here or there. It's very low in DPS. I mean, if I were to add that to this, it's not going to make that much of a difference. So let's say I got 22.2 million DPS in total when I could have achieved pretty much 10 times more that, okay? Even more than 10 times. 288 million DPS is what I could have achieved by actually dedicating that power, which obviously I lost anyway during the event, but again, it was based on luck as well. So the final outcome was, based on the results, it was not worth me participating in the event. Now, having said that, Gemly have said that there will be other events in the future. There will be other events like this one in the future, other major large-scale events, and I am still looking forward to those. Maybe I won't dedicate as much power as I did and as much effort as I did to this one, okay? But again, this is all based on luck. Next time round, I might dedicate 100% and I might actually be very lucky and get some of the top mercenaries. I might not dedicate much power at all and still get the top mercenaries, okay? Or I might just get the same result as I did this time, where I was not very lucky at all, okay? So the point is that although you might not be lucky, it does not mean that you should kind of be thrown off from participating in these types of events. It's all based on luck, and that is the main thing that you need to keep in your mind. Yes, the higher the coins that you have, the more coins that you have, the higher chance of winning. Yes, I did win a lot of mercenaries. Unfortunately, they were most of the weakest ones. The Sand Ninja was probably the one that was the most kind of powerful. Obviously, then you have to see that I only received one Sand Ninja and then I received 31 Dwarf Hirelings. So the 31 Dwarf Hirelings obviously gave me 10 million DPS, while only one Sand Ninja gave me 1.4 DPS, okay? But still, it did make a bit of a difference to my overall DPS. The whole point was that if I had not participated at all, I would have made much more. So that was the whole point of this video and this spreadsheet and this comparison, okay? I think that Gemly is an awesome play to earn game, and they have more events coming soon. I have spoken to support and they have also told me, and I got permission from support and I am allowed to say this, that they will be releasing the second game area towards the end of July. So in a couple of weeks time, it's going to be between the end of July and the beginning of August. Obviously, that depends all on the testing that they do and that all the tests that they do are successful and that the outcomes are what they want them to be. So it should be around 3 weeks time, maybe a month at the most, where we should actually see the second play area. And if I quickly just show you the timeline of Gemly, because it is down in the roadmap of Gemly as well. So if I go down here, you can actually see second game zone here, and the description to that is that an alternative game zone with special gameplay. In it, you can level up heroes to perform special contracts and assignments to earn gems or cryptocurrency. So that might be an interesting one as well, and we will see what Gemly will bring to that and how much more gems we can actually acquire through that new game zone. Be sure that if you have not yet registered to Gemly, to click on my link down below this video in the description below, and once you complete the tutorial and you register through my link, you will be earning 100,000 gems. 100,000 gems is not a lot, but at least it's something to get you started and to start buying some of those mercenaries, okay? It's equivalent to around 10 cents, okay? But you will at least get something as well. So be sure to sign up through my link below this video. I hope that you found this video useful and the comparison useful. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so down below. Smash the like button and hit that notification bell to be notified when new videos do come out on my channel. And until next time, take very good care of yourselves, and thanks for watching.